This is exactly why I get nervous anytime I hear a man say he just wants a traditional family, or when a woman repeats it like it's harmless. I always want to ask, what exactly do you mean by traditional? Because once you start unpacking that word, it usually points back to the misogynistic family structures of 50, 70 years ago, when women couldn't leave marriages without shame or legal battle. When they had zero financial autonomy and were expected to smile through domestic violence, emotional neglect, and suffocating gender roles. Some of us how that turned out. If you don't, go look it up ASAP. Married women were among the most medicated populations in the country. There's a reason they called it the mother's little helper era. Women were drowning in tranquilizers just to survive another day as someone's wife. Instead of making marriage safer or more equitable, the system just drugged women into silence. So yes, everyone should be deeply suspicious of anyone trying to go back to that era, because what they're really nostalgic for is control. They don't care how much women suffer as long as women stay put. What they want is to restrict women's autonomy and romanticize an era when women were trapped, mentally crumbling, medicated, and silenced. The war on women starts at home. As a woman, you are 6 to 7 times more likely to be killed by your husband than by a stranger. In the US, 1 in 3 women have experienced physical violence by an intimate partner, and every 6 hours, a woman is murdered by her current or former male partner. After marriage, men's mental and physical health improves, but yours as a woman declines. Married women are more likely to be depressed than single women, while the reverse is true for men. And that's not all. Women who date men carry double the domestic workload, even when working full-time. We also do 70 to 80% of the emotional labor, the planning, the nurturing, the reminding, the checking in. To make it worse, marital rape is still legal in nearly 50 countries, and in many parts of the world, the law actively protects men who beat and harm their wives. Everything I've just said is fact, not opinion. Statistically, most heterosexual relationships harm women, not just emotionally, but physically, economically, and existentially. Sure, some women date men and thrive, but for best results, assume it's not you. So when we talk about patriarchy, we're not just talking about policies or politicians, we're talking about your boyfriend, your husband, your situationship. Because the relationships we have, especially with men, shape the quality of our lives. And most of those relationships have been designed to harm women and make us shock absorbers for male dysfunction, including you, whether you admit it or not. If you're a woman who dates men, whether single or married, you have to take daily, intentional steps to stay rooted in your power. Because in a system built to suppress women, your survival and your joy depend on how aggressively you stand up for yourself. No one is coming to save you. Well, except me. I send out a daily feminist relationship tip to help you date men without dimming yourself. They're short, sharp, and deeply practical. Texts for women who still want love but refuse to suffer for it. Whether you're single or married, you'll find them useful. And if you actually put these tips into practice, you'll begin to watch your relationship become a space where you're not just loved, but respected, centered, and free. Use the link in my bio to join, and you'll get one message every morning.